All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Spinning Backfist. It is Robbie Fox, and I'm here with Kayla Harrison. It's been a while, Kayla. It's been a long time since we've last done one of these. How are you to start? How are you feeling? Just a few days removed from this fight.
Yeah, everything's great. I think the last time I saw you, we were in a cage and you were trying to fight me, right?
I was, and I have something to reveal about that, actually.
Oh,
I had to go get x-rays the next week, Kayla.
oh my
I,
gosh, what
I
happened?
had a sprained AC joint from one of those takedowns. I didn't even realize it. I was just strong. I was powering through the whole day. I caught chickens the next day.
You're so mentally tough. You don't play fighting though, baby. Let me tell you.
No, I learned that with you. That was obvious. It was like I thought I was going to come in and make a goofy video. You showed me what fighting's all
I'm so
about. So I
sorry. I
appreciate
hope
that.
you're okay.
No, I was fine. Listen, I was
Did you
fine.
make
I
a
get
full
to say now,
recovery? Are you able to
I
type
did. And
still? Are you
I,
able to
I
play?
could type, I could blog, I could do these interviews. It's great.
All right.
I could say like Kayla Harrison, I've gotten my shoulders separated by her. I know what it feels like. It gives me a little like street cred, with the MMA
That
scene.
might be like one of my top uh achievements in life.
Yeah. But since then, it's been so long that you're now a UFC athlete. You weren't in the UFC when we did that. So I
That's
want to
right.
start with just, has your mindset as a fighter changed a lot from that? Obviously, you still want to be on the top. I know that. But going from a different company to the UFC, does your mindset change?
No, I mean, at the end of the day, a promoter is a promoter. I do believe that the UFC is the premier promotion in the world. I do believe it's, the Olympics of MMA. And that's always been the goal for me, to be the best, to fight the best, and to retire as the best. So I'm grateful that I jumped and took that leap of faith. And I feel like I'm in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing.
How do you feel about the trajectory that you kind of have set yourself up for, or that the UFC is setting you up for? With a lot of people, when you came in, were like, we're ready to see Kayla Harrison in a title match right away. We just want to see it. And you have a couple of fights. Do you feel like you're like buying time until you get to that point? Is it hard not to look past opponents?
Um, No, listen, everyone's tough until you beat them. I'm still the new kid on the block. I've only had one fight in the UFC. I understand where the UFC is coming from. And I also, you know, I'm new to a lot of UFC fans. They're maybe the hardcore MMA fans know who I am, but probably to a lot of other fans, maybe they haven't seen too much of me. So I understand the game plan and the business plan to build me and to build a fight, and I'm happy to play my part and go in there and whoop ass and just keep climbing.
Have you felt like a big influx of, you said like maybe the hardcore MMA fan knew you before, but now it's the UFC, the biggest platform possible.
Yeah.
You were on UFC 300. Was that like eye-opening at all?
Yeah. No, I was yeah. It's different. Even like the Olympics, you have 15 minutes. It's judo. You're a US athlete. Like nobody cares if you're not a track star, a gymnast, or a swimmer. Like whatever. But dude, now I'll be walking, I'll be at the beach and someone will be like, "Are you Kayla Harrison? I just played you in UFC 5, dude. I kicked ass." And I'm like, "Oh my God, that's so like what a cool thing?"
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely been a different, but I'm enjoying it and just soaking it all up.
Has it overtaken the Impractical Jokers call outs of people
No,
being like, are you? No.
I don't know if anything ever will. I know her from college. I'm like, oh my God.
It's gonna follow you forever, yeah,
Forever.
whether you like it or not, unfortunately.
Forever.
Maybe if you would have like really hurt me when we did our video, maybe that could have went super viral and overtook that. But you only
My
gave me
goal
like a
wasn't to
sprain.
hurt you. It was just, give you a little taste.
I got a taste more than enough. The taste is all I needed for, yeah. But then the next day we went and caught chickens in your backyard. It was
I
like
know
more of a
you were
fun
super.
next day,
You were like Rocky level toughness that week. You were in it to win it.
I was, yeah. I wasn't. Listen, I didn't want to tap out.
You didn't.
I would rather black out. I would rather snap out.
I love it. I'm here for it. Heart of a
Uh,
lion.
every time we do one of these interviews, I do just have to ask, just out of I feel obliged to ask, where are we at in your pro wrestling journey? Are you warming up to it at all more than you were years ago? I know now UFC's on your plate, but now are you like, all right, after the UFC career's over, maybe me and Dan
well,
Lambert
dude, I
can
will
take
be
over
honest
wrestling?
with you. I will be honest with you. I've been listening to what's that chick's name? The Man. I've been listening to her book
Becky
on tape.
Lynch?
Yeah, Becky Lynch. I've been listening to her book on tape. And oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. I'm so ashamed to say this, but I have also been watching Vince McMahon's documentary.
Yes.
So
it sounds like you are warming up to the idea.
I'm not
it sounds
warming
like
up
you're
to it.
becoming
I
a
just
wrestling
find
fan.
it so comical. Like it's just like
no, I
I
think you find it interesting.
Nuts. No, it's absolutely insane. And I just like it's like you can't look away. It's like a car crash. I can't look away. I have to. Yeah. Oh God. No. The answer is still no.
No, listen, Kayla, people are going to chronicle our interviews throughout the years and they're going to be like, look, slowly but surely she was convinced throughout the years. And when you're on top of the, when you're at WrestleMania with the title above your head, people are going to be like, look back at those interviews.
I mean, I do get enough, like, I do get enough comments where they're like, oh, is that Hulk Hogan? Or is that, who else do they call me? Brock Lesnar. So like, I fit the bill.
You can come in, just start throwing chicks over the top rope and be like that. Kayla Harrison is
according to you,
level.
It's an art. So I would have.
It is an art. Oh I'm sure you've learned that from Becky's book, Vince's documentary, not the best stuff in there.
Dan Lambert always says, when I make fun of him for being a huge pro wrestling fan, he says, you mock what you don't understand. And I'm like,
thank you, Dan. How is Dan?
He's good. He's fat as ever, but he's good.
What an unbelievable shot. He didn't deserve that. I don't know Dan, but I know he didn't deserve that.
Ask him how he's doing in our fantasy league.
Oh no. Do you guys have an ATT fantasy league?
They're all losing to a girl, baby.
Are you number one? Unbelievable. I follow along with the ATT fantasy league.
I'm about to lose my first game of the season, so I'm
to who?
Fucking pissed. Danny Sabatello, that little.
Oh yeah, and he's gonna talk shit.
That little princess. God. That's all right. It's all right. It's a battle. It's not the war.
Exactly. Yeah, you get a long season ahead of you. Is it going from like PFL to UFC? Does anything change in the gym? No, right? You have the same sparring partners, same coaches. Everything is pretty much the same mindset there, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, everything's the same. I'm still the team captain. I'm still running the show,
I know Masvidal was trying to dispute that with you for a while, but you're still actively competing in MMA.
In the gym? Like he
That's
showed
what
up.
I'm saying. Like
showed up 2 weeks ago for like one practice. No, he's my co-captain. I'll allow it.
Okay.
If anyone's gonna be my co-captain, it's Georgie.
If anyone has the assistant captain on their jersey, it could be him. If you could name one other assistant captain in the gym.
The assistant.
Who's the other assistant?
Oh man. Well, obviously like DP. He's quite a leader. Me, Georgie, DP. I mean, there's so many greats that have come through the gym.
Those are good three.
I know. It's a pretty solid crew, right? Obviously there's so many. A lot of them are, I mean, George and DP might have one more fight. I think now George is going to have another fight. Joanna was obviously a leader in the gym. I mean, there's so many, but yeah, I guess I'm just, I'm right now.
Until, of course, you have to start your pro wrestling journey.
Dan would probably open up like a training facility for pro wrestling if he thought I was really going to do it. He would that's all. At one point, I swear to God, he was like, you don't need to go to the UFC. Listen, I'll manage you. You'll go over to wrestling, and then I'll finally have a whatever fucking belt it is. I'll have a WrestleMania, whatever bullshit belt it is. And then I'll have every belt. I was like, Dan, I can't believe you're actually talking to me about this. Please go like hit your head against that wall 10 times. Like, get out of here.
He needs one for the trophy cabinet. He does. He has got enough MMA belts at this point.
No, he's
got enough.
With it. He's like, I have enough MMA fighters, Kayla. What do you think about wrestling? I was like, get away from me.
I think it's in your future. Before I get you out of here, I know we're short on time. The odds, you've been a favorite in so many of your fights. Almost every fight you've ever had, you've been such a significant favorite. Do you ever pay attention to that at this point? I assume it gets brought up in interviews and stuff.
Yeah, not as much as it used to, but no, I don't really pay attention to that. Like, at the end of the day, that's why we have fights. You know, I have to go out there. I have to do my job. I have to go and dominate one round at a time, 1 minute at a time, one exchange at a time, one breath at a time. And yeah, I don't focus on that other stuff.
I figured as much. Good luck. Hit her with that takedown that you hit me with, where you separated the AC joint. I would recommend it.
Yeah. AC joint real quick, and then she probably won't be able to chase chickens the next day. So,
you know, the worst part of it, it wasn't even a real takedown. Is you showing me how to do a takedown, and you like watching the video back. You dropped me from 2 inches above the mat. It couldn't have been more gentle, and my body's not built for it. You know, that's why I stay on the side of the cage.
You know, listen, we all have our purpose in this life, and I'm not sure. You look like more of a reader, you know, not
pretty
a fighter.
Accurate. I would say that. I thought you were gonna hit like the lovable, like he's a lover, not a fighter. You went with the reader. You went with straight. You're a nerd, but I'll take it. Kayla,
like
good luck.
That dance fighting stuff you could try.
The Steven Seagal stuff, the fake stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If I had enough proteges or people that would be willing to take a dive for me, maybe. All right, Kayla. Good luck.
Thank you.
Good talking to you.
You too.